Swallow.
Big ass drink. Big ass drink. Drink.
Big ass swallow.
Nope, drink.
heard
We're
it.
going with that drink.
Yeah.
Going with
I heard it.
drink. Nope, drink.
Ridiculous.
Stay hydrated, people. Hydration is amazing. Hydration.
I'm saying. I heard it. I didn't even have you on the screen. I heard it.
Nope. Live. Get down there with live. And Hammer got a fan. I know he got a fan. That's a fan, ain't it?
I do. Can you hear it?
No, I saw it when it was blowing like on you, like did like the Superman wind thing like that.
Like wave my shirt.
Yeah. Like you're a superhero.
Yeah. We live? We live, baby?
Yep.
Yeah. We live with it. I gotta get my little cheater over here that way I can make sure everything is good.
Brought to you by Real Life NZT. If you like real brain smarts, you know, make like the dumbest commercials, and it's not talking about nothing, it's just something stupid. Brought to you by Ultra Instinct in real life. You see these gray hairs? You think I'm getting old? Ultra Instinct. It may take me a while. I'm gonna do it. Ultra Instinct. That's what I'm gonna tell people when I get old that I have, by the way. People in the live space.
Anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode. I know y'all can see me moving around. You couldn't hear me. Now I'm back on the mic. Those of y'all with crazy people that live in your house, you know what I mean. But welcome back to another episode of The Get Down.
The Get Down.
I know it's 10:36. We're a little bit late. We about to talk a little bit of nerd stuff. Got to get my little cheat sheet here, my little cheater out here so I can see comments in case they happen.
Cheater.
So I got to be able to interact. I always want to interact. But in any case, you guys already know this is a weekly thing. I know it's a day late, and I apologize for that. But I, of course, am your boy, the Hammer.
I'm Mingo D. Ha ha.
Boy Snake.
Damn. Brr. Strong man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing.
My fighting pose, because I won. This is my victory fighting pose, because I
You
won.
didn't win shit. What are you talking about?
I'm second.
Of course, my brother on here already talking noise. You know what? You old too. When we talking that shit, bro, you're old too. Anyhow, we got a few things to talk about today. I haven't shared yet. I should share the show. I should make sure I share just in case people want to know what's happening. I need to share there. I can share there. I need to share there.
Well, if you don't get to it.
Boy, if you don't hurt your mouth.
Boy, if you don't get to your old man, god dang it. Bobby's.
Worry about my business.
Like,
this is an everyday thing. Y'all ignore. Anyway. So I am going to get along with it because we do have a few things to talk about. Real quick, because I'm going to get it out of the way because somebody in here is a hater. If you haven't noticed, it's been like the thing running around on YouTube. It's been kind of quiet for a lot of other stuff. But EA is making the final push. This is July. They're making a big push on the new Madden release. a lot of new things. They had a lot of backlash from last season's game, which it was way subpar. I mean, I have it. I get it every year. I get Madden every year.
That's a surprise.
But, it was very subpar. It was you ignore him because he's a loser and he doesn't like anything that doesn't involve a sword. So fuck him. Anyway,
that's why your background got a sword in it.
Hey, I like Afro Samurai, but I can choose. I can play different games. This dude has an issue playing different games. Anyway,
I play different games.
There was a lot of backlash, and there was a whole. I mean, people took to Twitter, social media, and they started the whole campaign #FixMadden franchise, which they started doing last year with patches, and this year, since the game's coming out, they're adding a whole lot of stuff that people wanted. Things that should have been in the game, some things that were previously in the game in old generations that they just took out for whatever stupid reason. They're getting added back in. I'm not gonna go into mega detail. There's plenty of videos on YouTube that you can go and watch, and they explain everything. I mean, there's even some RPG aspects now that are being added back into the game, or being added to the game, where you get XP or you get what they call coach points. And you can like upgrade your coaches and upgrade your skill tree for your coaches and whatnot. So there's a lot of things that they're adding to it, changing scouting, a few other things. But like I said, if you're interested in that, you can always go to YouTube. There's a ton of videos. EA's put out deep dive videos where they're showing specific things that it's just nuts. There's a lot. There's way more than I can just explain in one sitting. So you can definitely go check those out. They also have a podcast that they're doing where they go into detail on some of the smaller things that don't make it to the trailer, where you can know exactly what's going to be in the game. They usually release that podcast every Friday, and they release the Gridiron Notes every Friday, which is like basically everything they talk about in the deep dive, but in detail. Again, so in case you missed something in the videos. So that is that. Now, moving forward from that, sticking with EA though, Battlefield. So Battlefield, the next one is coming out. EA has confirmed that they're going to use bots in servers that do not fill up with the stated 128 players. This comes as no surprise to me, because if you're going to have something where you can play with 128 players, you need to have 128 people out there. I personally feel like, and to me, with the way the technology is with the new consoles and stuff, I think it would be pretty easy. You just have a bot, and if somebody wants to jump in, you just put them in the queue, which they already had a queue before. Put them in the queue. As soon as one of the bots dies, you throw that player into the game. Simple, done deal. You are that way. If one team is really not populated that well and the other team is, you still kind of don't know it because you have AI there to assist it. So it's not like you're shorthanded. You don't have a team with, 45 players, or what is it? It's 128, so 64 players. So you don't have a team with 64. Like 60 players and then a team with like 40 players, and there's a mismatch. Everything is always 128 players at all times, whether it be a bot or a person. So I think that's good, especially since they're adding the really, really, really big maps. I think it's necessary, because I wouldn't want to be on a big map and there'd be like 20 on 20 in this huge map. Like it would defeat the purpose, and I think it'll defeat the purpose in the way they want to do some of the how they're changing conquest and whatnot. With the flags, having to take multiple points to take a single, you take like sub points to take one flag. So like 3 points you have to get objective C. If you're going to do that, you got to have 128 players at all times. You can't have 15 players here and 10 players on this team and do that. It's too much. It's way too much. So if anything else popped up as far as news on that, I will definitely keep you updated. We would definitely keep you updated. Snake actually found that. Do you guys have any opinions about said situation? You think it's good? Think it's bad?
I think it's good if they run a beta. And I say that because I was just thinking now, I thought about it, like with the bots on the team, I know it's 100. I know it's what 64 possibly per team, but normally you still go on with your team and you still kind of already know how to play. I mean, I know people have played multiplayer games before, had people on teams, and then you kind of get mad at one person because you don't know what they're doing. What's his name? Jenkins. They doing the Jenkins and just running, and you're like, bruh, get over there, snipe. You know what I'm saying? What you doing?
Wow.
Or whatever the case may be. So.
Leroy Jenkins.
I didn't want to say it.
I don't care. You can say that. That's legendary. It's okay to say that.
I just
so
you
know and then also wonders like, well, how, like, do the AI, is they're just gonna run and do what they want, or do you, like, maybe certain people on the team are gonna be able to control AI 1, click 2 triggers, and then they can do something or whatever. So I kind of want to see it in beta form to kind of see, maybe they get some of the top Battlefield or Modern Warfare players, have them all play, and then tell them, okay, we're gonna pull some of y'all back, we're gonna throw the bots in, see how y'all work with them. That way they can give them feedback. So I think if they do that, then I think it'll work out. But if they just throw it in
Joey
at launch, I think it's gonna be some bugs. I think it's gonna be really. I don't think it's gonna work right off the bat. So I think they should do beta, have a beta test first with it, and see how it works. Because the other ones are gonna work well because they've worked before. But this is the only one that's new, that's not classic Battlefield, that I think that they would have to need a beta. Other than that, I think it's good. That giant bottle. Okay, but yeah, that's the only thing. I think they need to do a beta. That way we can kind of see how it works. Because I think I thought about it. This is AI running around. Not too many games have AI that are really smart. Believe it or not, that actually know how to pay attention. I mean, for good reason, because you don't want every AI to kind of start learning your. It's funny because you go back to Nintendo, the early Nintendo days and the early Sega Genesis games, and all the AI seem to be overly smart and seem to predict all your moves and be able to kill you. But nowadays they don't. But at the same time, if you get an AI to do that, then they might take over the world, whatever, Skynet. But that's, need a beta. So there you go.
Here's a question. Were they really that smart back then, or were we just really young and didn't understand it quite that? Like, honestly,
I don't know because I don't know. I might have to ask somebody that's like in their 60s and say, "Hey, did you beat Mario on double, triple hard or something like that? And did you beat it easily or whatever?" And if they're like, "Yeah,"
nope, I used the whistle.
I think everybody used the whistle.
Got that whistle and moved all the way to the end. Done.
Done.
Honestly, I don't think the beta will actually help. They have betas all the damn time. Just about every game has a beta, and every game is broken. So betas and alphas do help if they actually work off of what the data puts, they get. But some people they put the beta and alpha out and don't even fix it after they might fix. Most of the time, the betas and alphas are mainly for stress tests on the server.
Yeah, but you got to think too. And this is something I've said to people. That I've had people complain about betas, and I'm not saying you're complaining. I'm saying I've heard people legit go off about betas. Betas are stupid. They're just trying to, as a marketing employee, get people to just buy the game because they don't listen to anybody.
Yeah.
The thing is, you also have to be responsible as somebody that's going to play the beta and give feedback, tell them.
Yeah.
Because there was one developer said, they were like, well, we put out a beta, but there wasn't really a response. Nobody. Yeah. We had a few complaints about a few things, and we addressed those. But all this other stuff, nobody ever said anything. So we didn't know until the game came out, and then everybody went ham because this was in the game. Mm-hmm. How are we supposed to fix it if you don't, in the beta, say, hey, fix it. Mm-hmm. Then we can fix it. And I was like, you know what? You got a point.
That's a lot of people, they jump to conclusions on the beta and alphas. Like so, like if they put out a beta alpha for Battlefield 2042, and people are like, oh, this sucks, this and that. I'm like, it's a fucking beta. Like it's going to be like that. Like
it's supposed to be, bro.
Yeah.
It's not complete.
But they're supposed to fix it. And there's been some betas out that stayed in the beta forever. Wasn't it Red Dead 2? Remember? Wasn't they? And his screen froze. Oh, there he goes. Weren't they in a beta forever?
Or Red Dead 2?
Like, yeah, whenever the online came out.
It was a minute.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it
like
was a minute.
the beta. Like, when are they going to get
the online? I don't even know how long, because you could play Red Dead 2 and you could play the entire game because it was done.
No, I'm talking about just the online. Yeah, the online said it was beta.
The online was beta.
Whenever no, I'm saying when it came out, it was in beta form. It even said beta.
Mm-hmm.
But like as far as the bots, like I think it actually will help as far as like speed wise getting into games. Like you don't have to wait on it to find somebody to get in. Like it should be more like faster paced jumping into games. But I is going off what Domingo saying as well as far as the AI is like it's a kind of a catch-22 or double-edged sword, if you were, like because it could go both ways if you think about it. Like it could the AI could be just overly powered, like, and people like getting dead like everywhere, or they could be just overly stupid and just running the walls and just like, hey, freaking AIs, they worth crap.
Here's my suggestion.
Like what's her name from the Resident Evil, the helper?
Which one?
You know her.
Oh, fuck that bitch, bro.
Ashley. No, you're talking about the black girl, Shiva.
My brother is on the chat right now. He will tell you that I had to ask him to literally come to the house and play Resident Evil 5 with me because she was fucking stupid.
I know. That's why I said it.
She was so stupid. Oh, but so, you know what? Here's my suggestion.
Just imagine in a 64-player character, you have a team of 4, and then the rest of the 60 are her.
Oh.
Yep. I think they should, if they're going to use bots, here's my suggestion. They can use bots, but key things are but. What they should do is, for example, let's say my team has 30 players. That means I'm 34 short, right? Okay. So each squad is allowed to have 4 or 5 players in it, right? I think that they should do it to where the squads have one of each style of player. And they should have traits for each player. Let them teach the game how, or program it to where the traits of whatever style player they are, or whatever style character that shows up, it does that. So if I'm a sniper, if it's a sniper bot, the sniper is going to hang back there. He ain't just run up. No matter how much you want him to, he's going to hang in the back and he's going to snipe. If it's an engineer and he's not the type that's going to be blowing up stuff, but he's a repair engineer. He's got a repair tool. He's going to move around. Yeah, he's going to move forward cautiously, but he's going to also, they're basically going to deploy him when they need him to go and repair this tank, on the field, on the battlefield. If he's a support character, he's going to be there with the ammo. He's going to have a light machine gun. He's going to lay down, cover fire while we move forward. That type of thing. I think they need to program them to do that. And if your team is shorthanded like that, each squad that's all bots should have one of each in that squad. And then they play in that form, if that makes sense. If you're a sniper, in the back you snipe, or strategically move yourself into different spots to have an advantage to snipe. If you're an assault character, obviously you're front line, you're going. If you're a mechanic, you're you're gonna help, but your also primary goal is to repair shit. If you're a support character, you support, lay down cover fire, make sure people can move forward, make sure you have rounds for the other teammates or whatever it is. I think if they do it like that and program each style of player, I think it'll be fine.
I think if they just have
random players, it's gonna be a hot mess. You're gonna have snipers trying to run up on people with light machine guns, and it ain't gonna work.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a cheat code called Snipe, and then everybody on my team is gonna be snipers. The whole bot.
And you know snipers. What? You'll do that, and you'll get beat.
I'm gonna win.
I'm gonna win.
You'll get beat
because everybody's gonna be sniping. You don't know where we are.
You'll get beat.
You don't know where they are.
We just like
you'll get beat.
And then y'all gonna come running, and we're gonna bloop 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 bloop. I call it the pew pew.
No.
So, but yeah, and to answer your question, Chris, I don't know if they're doing the alpha. As far as, because he's asking if they're going to have an alpha before the beta. Because sometimes they do, companies sometimes will do an alpha. And the weird thing is they'll do it and it won't even be publicized that they did it. Like I've ran across alphas that I did not know, like there was no publicity whatsoever. And it's like they choose to email certain people and give them the alpha. And
a lot of times,
like YouTube influencers, like the YouTube influencers and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yes.
The ones that are dive hard into that game, those are the ones that get the alpha. They'll get the alpha, and then the beta, they kind of open it up a little bit, and they'll tell you about the beta. If you don't sign up for it, that's on you. But they open it up a little bit more to a few more people. But the alphas usually is like people that are involved directly with, really close with the developer, whether it be in-house or YouTube influencer that's got a lot of viewers and a lot of clout with whatever company it is.
Now there is another way to do an alpha.
The beta's been confirmed.
The beta's been confirmed? That's awesome. But now there's another way you can do that. They can call you, or like you said, email you, or for the alpha. It's similar to being like an influencer or having a Twitch stream, and it's also being like what my mom would say, being grandfathered in, and that like into a contract. Let's say, Hammer, you've been playing Battlefield since the first Battlefield came out. Let's say that online and in local places, whatever, you just been really beating everybody, and you beat the campaign, like you got one of the top scores online, you got the achievements on the Xbox store, PlayStation store, you're just that type of dude. You don't stream, you don't do that, you just play the game and just get the achievements, but everybody knows of you. They will email you because they want to know who's this guy that's beating everybody. We want him in the alpha, and they'll do that. So if you're that type of player and you got that type of clout, beating maybe you're good, beating everybody in the European side or beating everybody in Japan, maybe just beat everybody in Texas or beat everybody in Colorado, they might email you, maybe. I've heard stories like that. So
You're right. Sometimes, I would hope that with the alpha, that's kind of what they would do. They wouldn't just leave it just to the influencers. Maybe you look at your stats from your previous game, like, okay, this dude was in the top 10 or the top 10%, in the United States, just for example. He was in the top 10% in the North American, continent. Like you said, there was European and there's North American. He was top 10% in North America. We're going to send emails out to all the top 10% in North America, all the top 10% in Europe, all the top 10% in Asia, like that. Break it up into regions and get the top 10% in each region and say, hey, we need you to test this. Those people definitely, on top of what the influencers would definitely give the feedback. They would definitely email back to them and say, okay, here's what was broken. And some things they're going to know are broken. That's the thing. They got to filter through and figure out, okay, yeah, we knew when we sent it out it was going to have that problem. Yeah, we knew it was going to have that problem. It's the things that they thought were right that they want to catch. They thought everything was right with this, but hey, no. Whenever I got ready to use this gun, I was firing. The bullets were curving off to the left, just for whatever reason that particular gun was doing it. Yeah, I mean, I'm just using for example, but they want to know that kind of stuff, and then they take that. Okay, we need to fix that. Cool. Or hey, the bullet drop on this gun for the sniper rifle was a little bit off. Shouldn't be that big of a drop, but for how far it was, the drop should be less. Unless you're further back, further away, and then it should be more. Blah blah blah. And they can tweak that. So I mean, yeah, you got a point. I would hope that they find something like that, like top 10% in each region. Hey, play this. Tell us what you think. Give us honest feedback. So we can fix said issues, whatever the issues are. So.
Yeah. Well, there you go, Chris. If not, get in the beta and let Hammer smack you down a couple times. Boom. I don't know.
I already know what it is.
Pause?
He already know what it is.
The game. Why do you do this? Why do you do this? Why do you do this?
All I heard was Hammer, let him smack you down a little bit. Saying, little suspect there.
Always on that suspect shit. Anyway,
why do you do this?
Anyway, moving forward.
Smack it.
This man is weird. So I want to talk about something that I thought was really, really neat. That I saw, and Snake got an alternate version of what it was.
Nope.
There is a controller.
You're sticking with EA, ain't you?
Why am I sticking with EA?
Well, we're on the EA. Why don't we go ahead and say the Sims?
They're with EA too?
Yes, they are. Yes. So,
just saying, before we move on.
Awesome controller.
I know that.
Before I move to this awesome controller, yes, we have to talk about one more thing, EA. This is a show of EA. EA, you're welcome. I don't get no money off of this. Please feel free to monetize. Send us a check. We advertising y'all shit. Anyway.
Capcom all day. No, I'm playing.
All right.
My microphone thinks about Capcom all day. Anyway, so The Sims, they're kind of taking a pattern after Fortnite, and they're going to have a festival. They're going to have a festival that you can choose to, I'm sure it's a download, and you got to, download some code or whatnot. But it's going to have a concert in The Sims at this festival. And it's supposed to include Baby Rhea. Is that what you told me, Snake?
Yeah.
Rexa.
Well, is it actually Rexa or is it Rhea? Are they doing silent?
I don't know how to. Man.
I don't know. Some of these new people.
Her last name is R. The rest of it.
I got gray hairs, bro. I got gray hairs. Y'all can't see them, but I got gray hairs. I don't have time.
Hey, Ultra Instinct. Let's go.
Her last name is just R. Like the rest of it's silent. Like as far as I know. Like, I don't know.
Either way, she's giving a concert, in The Sims, and her part is supposed to be in The Sims Talk. So I guess she's giving this concert of songs that she has, but in Sims language. Obviously, this is a play off of what Fortnite did with Travis Scott. Shout out to Fortnite, because I was not mad at that at all. I thought that was ingenious. You couldn't go to concerts because COVID. Fortnite and them got together and they were like, hey, let's just throw our own damn concert and get Travis Scott. And he was on this fucking island, a huge ass Travis Scott, in the middle of the damn game. While you're playing, you have a concert going on with Travis Scott. I thought that was like the shit. Like, honestly. I don't like Fortnite like that, but I thought that was very, very slick. It was very intuitive. It was a genius thing for them to do. It drew in new players even because people just wanted to go for the damn concert, and that still counts as a new player because they had to download the game. If they wanted to see the concert, they had to download the game. They had to play Fortnite to see Travis Scott, a huge ass Travis Scott, give a concert. But apparently in The Sims they're going to do it. It's going to be a festival. It's going to have her, and she's supposed to have 2 opening acts, I think. And they're supposed to have exclusive content that you can buy at this festival to go on your characters from each performer at the festival. So Baby Rhea or Baby, however you say, Rexa, however you say her name, she's going to have content exclusive to her, I guess, in The Sims. And you can go purchase that while you're at the festival as you're a Sim. And they can have, whether it be T-shirts or whatever, it's going to be like a It's like an online merch sale, but to Sims instead of like people. So, again, I'm not mad at it. I'm gonna get y'all's opinions. I'm not mad at it. I think it's ingenious marketing. I think it's mega smart what they're doing, and I think it's probably going to work out since it worked out so well for Travis Scott. But enough of what I think. What do you guys think, Mingo? I know you got an opinion.
Yeah, I think it's going to be bigger than what Fortnite or Roblox did with Lil Nas X, and I say that because Roblox is still more kiddish, so it's not really much revenue. I mean, people make a lot of revenue off kids, but with that game, it's still not a lot of revenue you can make off that. It's not too many parents that are going to buy, season passes or buy, put that game on Xboxes and stuff like that. Now, Fortnite, I'm sure a lot of parents and teenagers and whatnot saw Travis Scott. I saw it on the YouTube the next day, which, like you said, is smart because they even using YouTube to help monetize it, which was genius. The next day, as a replay, which was pretty cool. But I think it's going to be bigger, and the reason why I say that is because I remember when a lot of girls used to play those little mobile games. And they used to play those little mobile games where you had to get your avatar, and your avatar could buy clothes and walk around just like that. That's technically what Sims is, and a lot of people play Sims just for the social aspect. To have your character walks around in like a Simish concert. I guess that's right. Real life where they could walk around, do stuff. Now I haven't played the Sims. I've watched other people, and I'm pretty sure that I know Snake's wife has played it before, and I know some other people played it, and that's why I say I think it's going to be bigger because you get people who don't normally play games. Like even with Fortnite, you had kids who technically one day going to be the new Modern Warfare players, or they play like certain racing games or whatever. They play for the battle in their game, whereas Sims is strictly social. So it's a lot of people who are on Facebook, Instagram, and they do their social media stuff on those platforms, and then they go to the avatar space with Sims whenever they're on their phones, and then they create these characters that run around and walk around, and they interact with the world. So you get someone that a baby Rexa, or shoot, they might even get a Beyonce one. It's a stretch. But you can imagine if they do stuff like that on those games with people who like the social content, they will probably pull in way more revenue. In my opinion, I think so, because your Sims, I think, reaches little kids to possibly grandma, if I'm correct, as far as that game has been out. Whereas Fortnite only reaches a certain demographic, if I'm correct, as far as games are concerned. Sims is one game that's actually mobile,
than the other ones.
And that was mobile and on consoles way before Fortnite or any other of these games. So I think it's going to really
it's not
in the way they're doing it. They're doing like a festival, so it's like little mini tiny humans walking inside of an actual music festival outside or inside a concert, walk around buying stuff, and then they probably get to go sit down or stand up and party while this person is singing, and then get up, walk out, go buy stuff like an actual real concert. That's crazy, and people will just eat that up. So I think it's gonna be bigger, in my opinion. Like I said, I haven't played the game. I would love to hear from people out there in the space that's played it. Y'all tell me if y'all think it's gonna be good for y'all, but I don't know. I think it'll be bigger just because of how many people it'll reach, in my opinion.
That's a valid point.
I was just brought Day in here. That's why I was on mute.
Gotcha.
She's a Sims.
Thanks, why?
She's a Sims player. But, yeah, I don't think it'll be bigger because the Sims, unlike all the other games that they've had with all the other games that they've had big concerts like this before, they've all been multiplayer games. Sims is not a multiplayer game. It's literally that's in your world, single. You can't enjoy this with your friends. It's not an open aspect unless they're making it a thing to where you can take your sim in, but all the Sims that are walking around, that's just your world. That's your world and your Sims that you play with. That's nobody else but you. So. And the Sims, a lot of people play the Sims. I'm not going to lie, they do. But I don't think it's gonna be that. I mean, some people might not want to pay for the thing. Like, if it's not a big event to where everybody can try to pile in to see how many people they can fit in the thing and have this big concert, like the other ones. That's one of the main things with Fortnite. They wanted to try to get as many people in a little into the thing to have they all try to do like the world's greatest, to hit records and shit. The Sims, there's no way to do it. Like, so that's why I don't see that happening.
Gotcha. I didn't even know that. Huh.
I do see them have a lot of people enjoying it and getting the merchandise from it and people making videos off of it, maybe. But I'm not seeing it being bigger than those other concert things. So
I guess they're going to have to use the merch to try to make up for the money. You can get 45 million Sim gold to buy this one shirt or whatever they're going to use in order. Then that transfers to however much real money in real life. And because if that's all it is, then it's going to be really tough for them to make some money off that. I mean, it's EA,
Sims,
so.
If I was playing The Sims and that event popped up, I wouldn't even go.
Exactly.
That's just me.
See, they should do
I wouldn't waste the money on it. That's just me.
See, now, if it was like a Usher or Justin Timberlake or a Michael Jackson, then, everybody will. But, it got to be somebody. I ain't saying that she's not popular, because apparently she's popular somewhere. She's just not popular as far as, like, but that's what I'm about to say. She's not popular to where she reaches outside of her bubble. You got to be popular for games like that, especially a single player game. You got to be able to reach people outside of your bubble to where grandma's like, oh, I know Michael Jackson, because grandma know Michael Jackson.
And then another thing those other games had were people, like Fortnite was a big ass game already, like they just added an event in there, and Roblox, big ass people, a lot of people, like all those games, like even Pokemon's been around forever, like. Yeah, they're gonna have a
who would do the Pokemon event? Who y'all think would do that? That'd be funny.
They already did.
They really?
We just talked.
Did I miss it?
About it.
I missed the Pokemon.
We already talked about it. Was it Post Malone?
It was Post Malone. He did Pokemon. That sounds like it sounds like he'll do that.
Like, honestly, who was really there for him? They wanted to see what the Pokemon was gonna do.
Bro, I don't hate Post Malone.
I'm just being honest. Like, I'm there for the Pokemon.
I don't hate Pokemon.
Just like the other games, like Fortnite, I'd be there to play Fortnite. Like, I don't care about what other shit. I don't play Roblox, so.
No, I feel you.
Rick from Rick and Morty should do. He should just do his own event. Just him.
Agreed.
Just his own concert. I would watch it. I would go to see Rick.
What was the latest Rick and Morty thing? I think I was going to talk about it on the show.
Mm-hmm.
There was something that happened recently.
Get shipped in here. Get shipped in.
Dang it! What was it?
Shout out.
It was
shout out. We get a claim for watching and tuning in. We appreciate you.
Who?
No, it's my cousin. This is my cousin that hopped in the show and started watching. Shout out to him for watching.
Up?
Appreciate it.
Okay, now you can move on. You have my blessing. Which one do you want to talk about first?
All right, so moving on to these controllers that I was talking about earlier. So, unless you've been sleeping on the rock, you know that remote play is a thing with Xbox and a few other things, a few other styles of what's the way to say it?
Mobile gaming controllers.
There you go. Remote play is a big thing, and I actually found a device. It's called a Backbone, and it popped up actually on a Facebook video as an ad. It popped up, hey, Backbone. does this, and this. Basically, it's a controller that extends out. It fits my cell phone in the middle. I can clamp it closed. There's a charger that goes. I have an iPhone. Just be aware of an iPhone. When I clamp it closed, the charger port goes into the iPhone, and then it has pass-through charging through the bottom part of the right-hand side of the controller. So you can plug in the cable there, and it'll charge the controller and the cell phone at the same time. But it gives you the freedom of being away from home. You log in, and you can play your Xbox, just like if you were sitting in front of your TV at the house. That's what I love about it the most. There's no weird, this is just the interface for, this is just the interface for this one thing. It's not, the real deal. This is literally your interface that you have on the screen when you turn your Xbox off at home, but on a mobile device.
On a mobile device.
So I thought the controller was slick.
Slick.
I'm not trying to get at. Let me see. I thought the controller was slick. I thought that the thought process of it was perfect, or the timing of it was perfect. As far as when to release it, especially with all of the remote play. So I'm definitely going to get one. I don't have it yet. But Snake has the alternate version. I'm going to let him talk about it. It's for the Android device, because the backbone is only for iOS. There it is right there in his hand. That is the Android version.
Oh my God!
A backbone, and I'm gonna let him talk about it.
That was dope.
Did you slow down for you?
I liked it.
That slowed down for you too, didn't it? Okay, I was tripping.
That was dope. That was dope. I liked it. It went hard.
But go ahead, Snake. Tell them about your device that's the Android equivalent to the backbone.
Alright, so like y'all can see on the screen, since you can't really see mine like for the people at home, all of our pictures are down at the bottom corner, so you can't really see the thing really well. But so this is the backbone I have pulled up first. This is the iPhones. I can't get a backbone for an Android, so I had to look for another one.
Which is whack. I think that's whack. I think they should come out with one for Android.
I looked at the backbone, I looked for it, and it's literally, as far as I could tell, it was all for iPhone. Yeah, good. Everything he said, it was cool. It looks good. There's pass-through control. But I got one from the Amazon, and it does the same thing. And it's better.
Ooh, one thing before you continue. One thing I forgot to mention: the backbone allows you to take screenshots, and it records. You can tell it to record your gameplay. So many seconds. I can't remember exactly how many seconds, but it records so many seconds at a time of gameplay. So you can do that even though you're mobile. You're able to record your gameplay and save it to whatever you need to save it to. So that is a thing. Or take screenshots of what's going on. So that is a thing. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You good? So mine is made by Razer. So you know it's good. It's a Razer. I can't even say this name. It's Kishi. Kashi. Anyway, it literally does. It's the same thing. It basically folds out. You probably won't see it here, but basically you just push these two buttons on the back of and it literally just folds out, just like so. And you just you can put your phone right in the middle between it. It has a C charger, C plug for the Android. As you see right here, you can see it just plugs right in. And this actually comes to where you can get it for iPhone, Android for Xbox, and iPhone for Xbox. So it has options, unlike the backbone. But basically, you just plug it in the phone to the side, you wrap it around the phone, and plug and play pretty much. I logged in, just make sure my Xbox is on, to where it can connect. I connected it via the Xbox mobile. What they call it? It's a stream anywhere, wherever. And it's pretty seamless, man. Like I logged into one of the Conan, and I was running around on my couch playing it. So it felt just. And what I like about this, it actually does. It's made like a Xbox controller. Like it's literally the same layout as an Xbox controller. So it feels good in the hands and everything. PlayStationers, they would hate, but oh well.
Who needs it? Who needs that?
But I suggest getting this if y'all want to get this, because it's dope. Like I got it because I have to do an event on Monday, and I'm gonna be sitting there playing the game while I'm doing this. So, me and Ray both been looking into these, and he found a Backbone. I found this one. So we wanted to cover both of these. And these aren't the only ones. Like they have tons of these mobile game controllers everywhere. So, what's up?
Two things. Because I know you haven't. First thing, I know you haven't done a real test yet, so I guess you would have to let us know how the real test goes when you're at the event, when you're at location and further away. Because I'm wondering about lag. You know what I'm saying? Will it be any like lag to where you press a button, like you say, like my mouth is gonna be the button punch. If it's gonna do that, punch. You know how I'm wondering if it's just gonna have that type of feedback from it, or if it's just gonna play like So I just wonder. And I wonder if, since we're talking about the Kaishi, I guess is what you call it, versus the Backbone, and I guess Hammer can let you know that as well. Which one will have better haptics? I'm assuming, or will feel better when you play. And then also same thing from far away, So I guess you guys can, give your reviews when that happens, maybe.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I worry about is because while I'm here, when I tested it, I was here on my couch using my Wi-Fi, so it was seamless. But that's the only thing I'm wondering how it's going to work away from home. So.
And you might need some blue light glasses. That just seems, because even though we got giant phones, that just seems, at least in Conan, seems like that's gonna be really, really hard to do. You so I'm just wondering, you got some, forgot. Oh, okay, yeah, there you go, yeah. Well, then there you go. You don't have to worry about it destroying your eyes while you're trying to figure out little tiny Conan running around building something that you could barely see, because your TV's like this.
If I even get to play Conan anymore.
Ooh, shots fired. Pow, pow. Pow, pow.
No, there's no shots fired. I mean, it's the people that made the server that we were in.
I thought this was the Hammer thing. I thought you were trying to say, since you don't ever want to get on, you shot fired. Pow, pow. My bad, sorry.
Nah. He will get on, actually. He'll get on with me, unlike some people.
Yeah, never those people. Those crazy people
play.
Yeah, so crazy. Who are these people? Yeah, I don't know.
Talking about shots fired.
Yeah, it's weird people.
I can send a nuke your way.
No, you guys, we gotta watch out for them people. They're weird.
Yeah. You got beeps and shit.
Yeah, those people. Yeah.
Beeping fire alarms.
But yeah, that will be good if you. Do they have a PlayStation version? Since might as well ask.
Don't care.
Is that a thing?
I'm playing.
You said they had a whole bunch, so I thought you would know. Like, I don't know.
Yes, they do. They have PlayStation versions. They got They got Switch. I mean, they have versions of mobile.
That's not
game controllers.
That doesn't make sense. Why would you have a Switch version when the Switch itself is a handheld? I don't know. Whatever.
Some people can't get those handheld ones for the Switch. I don't know. It's just an opportunity. Somebody like, hey, let's make this, and they did. So.
No.
But that's all I had pulled up. What do you got, Ray?
What do you got? Nope, can't hear you.
Conan is better with two people.
It is very much so better than two people. I kind of
it's better with a lot of people. If Mingo would.
I kind of agree with everything he said, and I think as far as the backbone, I think that number one, they need to make an Android compatible one. I like the record feature that it has on it, so I get gaming clips. I think it's just going to require a little bit of testing to see how well it really works. Pretty sure it won't have the haptics. The haptics is pretty much it's kind of a South Beach thing, not South Beach.
Yeah, it's brand new.
I thought I was going to have time to watch the anime.
It's just it's a PlayStation thing, and I don't think that they're going to be able to dive right into it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you can have a rumble feature, but it won't be true haptics. It won't have the function of the triggers being harder to press down because of a situation, that part. But it may have a feature where, it shakes whenever things explode, in the game, which would be cool, essentially. I mean, it's like, like handheld device, and it shakes whenever stuff explodes. That's cool.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to be both good, decent pieces of equipment. Excuse me. I think they're going to be decent pieces of equipment to add to your repertoire of gaming, especially with mobile gaming beginning to be as big as it is. It's already huge, but it's getting even bigger. So that's kind of my take on that.
So make sure you guys, when you buy these things, make sure you bundle them with, a battery pack, because your battery will die. Yeah. So buy a battery pack or a very long extension cord and plug it up into the wall, because your battery will die. Guaranteed. Because phones suck.
They do.
With the brightness up. They suck. Turn that brightness on just for a second, your phone will die. Doesn't matter what phone it is. Doesn't matter. Try it. Try me. Your phone will die.
All right. Well, that really is about all I have for this evening. It's a little late. It's 11:26. So I'm not going to hold you. I thank everybody again, whoever showed up in the comments. Thank you very much. Shout out to my brother. Go check out his page. Like I said, he's got consistent game footage that he puts out there. Go check him out. I'll make sure he leaves his channel name in the description, or in the comment section. Again, thank you everybody else for joining. If you would, man, please, whatever format you're on, hit that like button. The likes help. It helps us as a channel try to get bigger, and we see what content you like and what content you don't. So if you wouldn't mind, please hitting that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. That's always a big thing on both formats, YouTube and Facebook. Subscribe and click the notification bell, all the cheesy stuff they tell you to say. Do that, please. It helps us tremendously.
Cheesy stuff.
And I think other than that, I'm done. I have nothing else to say. Like I said, it's been pretty quiet, but I feel like it was a pretty intuitive, pretty decent show. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for Nerdmation. I'm sure it's going to have plenty going on in it. So tune in for that. And also make sure you tune in on Mondays for Prime Time with that man right there, Mingo D. Because I'm pretty sure he's going to have pretty packed shit.
I was going to do my shirt, but I don't have a shirt to say. I was like, Prime. Wait, no, that's not.
I'm pretty sure he's going to have a pretty packed show, though, man. It's July. So that means, streaming and everything else. But I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to let him get to it.
I actually have to go to movies now.
So be on the lookout for that.
Leg work.
Like I said, we appreciate you guys, and hope you have a good evening.
Right there. Where
Peace
leg
out.
work?
We will see y'all next time.
Can't stand him.
What that leg do?
So whack.
No. He went from regular jokes. He went from dad jokes to this. It's good stuff.
Yep. I jumped ship.
Of course you jump shit. Of course you do.
That's what happens.
Peace, y'all.